When many Nigerians hear the word Almajiri, a familiar image often comes to mind.
Ways are essential to the daily lives of millions. In communities like Unguru in Yobe State, water transport is not a choice, it is a necessity. Yet, these waterways have a long history of deadly accidents. This video tries to examine the recurring risk, the human impact, and what people say must change. On January 3, 2026, a boat carrying more than 30 passengers capsized on the Yobe River while crossing from Adiani in Jigawa State to Garbi in Unguru, Yobe State. State emergency officials confirmed that 5 people died, 13 were rescued, and 14 remain missing.
Roughly around 7:48 to 8 o'clock p.m., we received a distress call from our local emergency responders that there was a boat mishap conveying people from Buri local area, specifically Jani community, to Garbai in Gur local government area in Yobe State. So when we received the news, we learned that already the boat has capsized and there was need for emergency rescue. So of course, security agencies, the local government, the community volunteers, they are the first responders, while we mobilize our team from the neighboring LGA, local emergency management committees from the neighboring LGAs to go and join.
To Allah da ikonsa ba a samu masu ceto ba, sai da akwai mutum ɗaya da ya je kamun kifi.
They did not receive help early on. Fortunately, a fisherman who had gone out to fish heard their screams and raised the alarm. He made several calls. Rescue teams arrived between 1 and 1:30 a.m. We were able to rescue about 13 people, but sadly, we lost the others. We continued waiting and searching and gradually recovered 17 bodies.
These victims were ordinary people, traders, farmers, commuters traveling on a route they use regularly.
Our team moved immediately, and through the night up till the morning, with the help of the LGA and other community volunteers, Nigerian Red Cross, security agencies, we intensified the search. So in the morning, we realized that the passengers on board are 52, and we started counting losses as early as 6-7 a.m.
That same night, this place was filled with people, male and females, family of victims.
So far, we have recorded 29 deaths, and 13 people were rescued, reviewed in the hospital, and discharged. From the deep dive assessment and reports we have on ground, there are still some missing persons, about 8 to 10.
This tragedy is part of a broader pattern across Nigeria's inland waterways. Over the past few years, several boat accidents have claimed dozens of lives in different regions, often involving overloaded vessels and inadequate safety measures. The repeated nature of this incident suggests systemic issues, not isolated misfortune.
The key challenges we have seen is negligence in terms of the abiding by rules by the canoe operators. It happens around 7:48. That means they have left the neighboring community much late, and by law, every time it's 6 p.m., no sailing should be on waterways. So by 7 p.m., over one, they left in the night, after the close of sailing. 2, there was an overloading in the boat. And 3 was there was not a single life jacket. So that has compounded the whole challenge, and it has increased the risk of capsizing of the boat.
Most river transport in rural Nigeria relies on wooden boats. These boats are often handmade and maintained through repeated patching. They were not designed for modern demand or heavy loads.
Jirgin mu akwai wanda yake ɗaukar mutum 50 ma a wannan bakin ruwan. Amma a wannan ranar Allah da ikon shi gaba ɗaya mutanen da aka ɗauka mutum 30 ne.
Our ships can take up to 50 passengers, but on this day it was carrying just 38 passengers. But it was already destined that the incident will happen, and some people are saying we carried bags of potash. That is not true. They were just bags of chaff, and that is not enough to capsize the boats. Even on small boats, we can take about 5 bags. Talk more of just 2 bags of chaff in a large boat.
Boat operators and passengers frequently admit to overloading, especially during market days, festive seasons, and harvest periods.
The boat is usually overloaded, and the boat is already old.
So when they are coming in the river, the boat initially has been taking maybe 20 to 30 persons for it to be full. But at that time they do overload, where they're supposed to carry 30 or 20 people, they come carry 39 to 40.
Muna tunanin da wanda ya zamto cewa suna da rai da wanda suka rasu a cikin wannan jirgi dai mutum.
We are assuming that the total number of people inside that boat were about 40. People are saying they are up to 50 and all sorts. Truly, that's not. What we witnessed was that amount, 40. Also, we lack working equipment. Even when such incident happens, we wouldn't be able to control it.
Regulation and safety oversight for inland waterways are the responsibility of the National Inland Waterways Authority. At state level, the Ministry of Transport is expected to enforce standards and ensure compliance. In Nguru, however, those agencies are largely absent.
As government, we can't continue blaming the victims. We live and wake up and do the right thing and improve on where we think we can improve. And one of the measures His Excellency Governor Laboni has taken is to ensure that the rescue has been intensified to recover bodies whether dead or alive, and ensure that befitting burial has been given to the families. And that has been done for the bodies that have so far been rescued.
What we need from the leaders is, at least when passengers come, supposed to be there is an authority that will say, at least if the boats at least will take 10 to 20 people, supposed to be the number of the people that anybody will take is limited, is specified, and there is at least anyone must wear their life jacket.
If you teach the community, if you tell them on their safety, on their security, they will take it seriously. So ours is to sensitize them, let them own it, let them know the consequences, let them see the implications of doing ABCD and the benefit of avoiding ABCD. So these are things that we will do, and these have already initiated plans. Our other departments are doing that. We are discussing with our partners from the United Nations organizations to come in and support and make sure that this we didn't create a gap in ensuring that the community have owned the process. Next week will be a market day. They will still go to market in Jigawa State, and God forbid, if we didn't act fast, there will be risks of putting our people on the boat without life jacket and avoidable, and we'll avoid it.
For communities along the river, water transport supports livelihoods. Fish and agriculture depend on river access. Traders use boats to reach markets. Students cross rivers to attend school. When water transport stops, the economy stops. The river is a major crossing point because there is no bridge, and people rely on boats every day to travel, trade, and access basic services.
I have an intimate friend that also became late during this accident. Also with someone I attended same primary school with. He also died. We are seeking for help from the government, governor of the state and chairman to bring us aid regarding this water transportation. Even if it is a life jacket, that when you fall inside the water, you can help yourself out.
They should provide us better modernized boats. The ones that are faulty are wooden, so we can continue our business with other towns.
The question asked, those in the government, whether they capture such places and the budget for business perception of democratic rule. Is people not part of the electorate in Yobe and Jigawa state? Over the last 25 years, is there no resources on the co-first government? Why has nothing been built for this community?
The government have almost everything. If you see people going into the water, it's with the intention to catch fishes. The origin of this place, it's for fishermen or hunters and farmers. We've never witnessed this much incidents.
I'm sending my condolences to life lost as a result of the accident that happened in Adiani to Garibi. May God forgive the life lost.
Residents, the risk is not only real, it is repeated. What they want is not just assurance, but real changes that make daily travel safer. The river remains a lifeline for communities like Uguru, but the recurrent pattern of waterway accidents shows that the current system is not sustainable. The question is not whether people will continue using the river, but whether they will be able to travel safely.
This is Political Arena on S24 television. Welcome back from that break. I am your host, Abubakar Turaki. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu marks his third year in office, many Nigerians are reflecting on the country's progress, challenge, and the future of leadership ahead of 2027 general elections. The 2027 election will be another important moment for Nigerians to decide the kind of leadership they want. Citizens will be looking for a president who can address the issue of insecurity, improve the economy, create jobs, and unite the country at large. Today, we will be discussing the quality, vision, and leadership styles Nigerians should consider when choosing their next president in 2027. I am joined by a public analyst, Dr. Akin Pahunda. Doctor, welcome to Political Arena on S24 television.
Thank you very much for having me. Good day to you viewers.
It's a pleasure to speak to you, Doctor, for the first time.
Thank you very much.
So, Doctor, recently the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC mark 3 years in office. How can you assess the quality of leadership under this APC as a Nigerian and as a public analyst?
When you get to position without preparation, mentally, psychologically, you are not sure of your job profile, job content. We cannot be but where we are now. The president, on the day he resumed the thing, just says subsidy gone. It was not based on some panel that have prepared a blueprint on if I remove subsidy,
what is going to happen?
What is happening next? And then milestones and things to be done. It was not specified, just a slogan. When you run a whole country by a slogan, what are you going to get? And the meaning of it's so unfortunate that we don't even know the meaning of the word that we use. Okay, this week now, President Tinubu said he approved 1,000 forest guards.
To rescue.
What is the meaning of a guard? You guard a property that is under safety. Property have been looted already. You are not appointing guard.
So it's beyond the approval.
No, they thought the term guard. What are they guarding now? People are already been taken away.
Displaced.
If you guarded the people in the last 1 year, people will not be able to even come and take anybody away. So the idea of using guard is a misnomer. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand you are heading to.
It is now salvage crew that is supposed to appoint, not a forest guard.
Doctor, from what you are saying, you are totally disenchanted with the level of how this government is operating virtually in all aspects of security.
We're talking about for 2 years now, state police. Some governors were pulled, national, they do something, they appointed the committee under DSU now to produce a blueprint. What does it take? There have been so many commissions, but the bottom line is that it will appear to me and to Nigerians that the president does not want to any state police. He wants to be in control of the police as a means for him to prosecute the next election. It doesn't show that he has sincerity of purpose. I must say with respect. It's just playing with words. They are doing reform. Reform what? Reform with debts. A normal human being will live within your means.
Okay,
why
doctor,
are you going to be borrowing?
Sorry to cut you short, doctor. What lessons should Nigerians learn from the current administration ahead of 2027 elections?
There is no lesson to be learned. We are just marooned. We are now maybe 12 presidential candidates.
From different political parties.
So small enclaves. Tinubu is already won. He has already won because he has 31 governors to dispense money. People are hungry.
But doctor, if you are talking of incumbency, we saw what happened at 2015, how the incumbent president lost the election, which was former President Jonathan.
There were two serious parties then. Now we have one party and then 15 cronies that have no organic relationship with people. See the primaries now. They are just bots. We are just counting 140, 200, 1,000. Is that democracy? So they call it the same people are recycled. Are we not tired of seeing Atiku? Are we not tired of seeing Peter? We are not tired of seeing Donald Duke. These are the people, the political class in the country. They all have the same tendency. The tendency is for them to just take over our affairs, loot our system, buy SUVs, borrow money. No, okay, we have 3 budgets now. Which budget is Nigeria operating? None. Who is talking about education? They took loan. You gave loan now to students. When they finish, how would they get jobs? Buy the factories. Yeah. You take 5-year loan, you are now owing almost 3 billion.
But the statement now, everybody can have access to school.
School for what? The people have got the school. Have they gotten jobs now? The people have gone to school. People will be paid their own money.
Well, the federal government have been advocating for a parallel shift from depending on degree to skills.
Which skills? Do they have a skill centers anywhere? You see how universities now, 304 universities, all doing business admin, economics, literature. They are not doing technological skills. Even if you are trained now as a tough engineer, where is the job? Where is the job? All governments have been sold up and killed. Ajakuta is dead. Iwope is dead. Jeba Mill is dead. What is there? There is no avenue for you to get jobs at all. No avenue at all. No avenue. Inflation has ravaged.
So you mean Nigeria is actually on a ticking time bomb?
Well, human nature, we are resilient. We are surviving. We will continue surviving. We will go in survival mode for many years to come. We're just surviving. I mean, somebody living on minimum wage now. Even you're a director, you are being paid 300,000 per month, and you are paying rent 4 million per annum. You're just surviving. We are stressed. Everybody is stressed. You are buying petrol at 1,400 naira. A full tank is 80,000. Petrol alone, at least one tank a week. You have 300,000 petrol. Everybody is quiet. Everything looks quiet. But we are on ticking bomb.
Doctor, let's shift a little bit from politics and speak on security. We recently saw how the southern part of the country was being under attack. We saw attack in places like Oyo, Kwara. Do you think that it has a political reason behind that attack?
No, you see, everything, no single factor. But we must know that the last 3-4 years started from Borno. It came to Kaduna, it came to Benue, then it came to Niger, then it came to Kwara, then it came to Oyo, to Ekiti, it's going to Lagos. So the whole country will be enveloped. Once you have wound and you don't treat it, it will become septic. You understand? Basically, Nigeria was wounded from Borno State, northeast, and the wound is been...
It has engulfed the entire country.
Yeah, and we have been saying state police, no state police, state police.
So, Doctor, what can you say about the strong delegation that was sent by the president and 1,000 forest guards?
It's fake delegation. You bring Bayamila with Agbada, with security advisor with full white dress.
Doctor, we saw the strong delegation which comprises of Minister of Defense, National Security Advisor, Chief of Staff to the President, presidential aides, and many more.
It's the fake way we run our system just for opportunity. You need to send only a colonel who knows what to do. You need to rescue people who are in the forest. At most, you send a colonel quietly to go and deal. What is Bayamila doing with Agbada, with white dress, spotless? It's just they are not interested in solving problems.
But Doctor, they have taken a step forward.
No, that is a step backward because they have gone now and they've come back. The captives they are now 2 weeks in captivity. What is the import of people going? It's just delegation to go and show off that Tinubu is serious. As I said, a colonel with equipment to detect where people are being held hostage is what we need to send there to rescue. Is when Miller go to is on their rescue mission? No, they have to shake the hand of the Show and cry with the people like Makinde for your state, and then what?
So the families need more than sympathy.
They don't produce results. For the opportunity to say you are hugging somebody who is distressed, who are not eating.
Okay, Doctor, due to time, at someone that has worked in this country, you saw the leadership of Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari, and now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahead of 2027, what message do you have for Nigerian youth in ensuring they vote for the credible person that can salvage this country?
Voting, a cycle of coronation of leaders, recycling of leaders since 1999 is a journey to nowhere.
It's a journey to nowhere.
To nowhere. unless we change the structure that enables somebody to be the winner take all, for you to pay for all the money, to pay all the primaries, and you have to recoup your investment afterwards. That's not a system that can reward the youth. It's not, absolutely. The president will win because he had all the money, 31 states. Look, they pulled 800 billion naira and gave it to Uzodinma to keep.
Doctor, these are all allegations.
But it's not been a government. If something happened today, tomorrow you will quickly deny it.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I have to draw the curtain. It's really a pleasure speaking to us here on S24. I believe we're going to thank you for the invitation.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you so much for speaking to us here on S24, Doctor. Nigeria is the only country we have. We must take decisive measures in keeping our country safe and governable. And that is all what we have on S24 Political Arena. Stay tuned for our S24 documentary. Bye for now.
Youth are supposed to be united and focused in the sense that we're the leaders of tomorrow. In fact, we're the leaders of today.
Yes, no more tomorrow.
Today. But our testing ground is this particular council. If we cannot manage a youth council, how could we be trusted with the nation?
Hello and welcome to Future Mind, your weekly deep dive into policies, politics and the people shaping Nigerians' future. My name is Emir Osman Adam and I'm your host for this amazing show. Today we'll be looking at the issue of the NYCN, which is National Youth Council of Nigeria, and the factional leadership that has evolved in it. Due to that factional leadership, the federal government has to step in and create an interim committee that will manage the affairs of the organization, from creating leadership to forming partnership and discussing issues that will promote the Nigerian youth forward. I'm here with the interim committee chairman, who will be introducing himself in person of.
My name is Barrister Buhari Ibrahim Shehu. I am the interim management committee chairman of the NYCN.
I want us to discuss and see how will the IMC manage the affairs of the council, which is for 1 year, organize leadership elections, how will you collaborate with the Ministry of Youth and other ministries to see that overall the goal is to promote youth participation or the welfare of Nigerian youth in general. How do we even get to this place we are in? What's the rollout that made NYCN become this functional within the years?
Okay, as you rightly observed, NYCN used to be a united front for Nigerian youth, where policies that affect the youth directly or indirectly are being championed by the council, where the council serves as a bridge between the Nigerian youth and the government, where several various youth organizations have been affiliated to work hand in hand with the NYCN. Unfortunately, I may say due to natural greed.
Should we call it personal interest?
Personal interests, yeah. And human desires. A lot of problems erupted, wherein we have factional leaders, each one claiming to be the president of the NYCN. This problem does not stop at the national level, but goes down to state levels, where state chapters of the NYCN also have factions. You have this particular chairman, another chairman, another chairman. Unfortunately, an event happened in one of the countries where a youth program is going on, and Nigeria's president of the council was called upon, and 3 people emerged.
Stood up. Exactly.
Yes, and that was an international embarrassment for Nigeria.
Yes, and I think the minister had to interfere before one person was allowed to represent.
So you see, it doesn't give a good image of the youth.
Yeah.
It doesn't give a good image of Nigeria.
The country itself.
Sure.
Exactly.
So youth are supposed to be united and focused in the sense that we're the leaders of tomorrow. In fact, we're the leaders of today.
Yes, no more tomorrow.
Today. But our testing ground is this particular council. If we cannot manage a youth council, how could we be trusted with the nation? So there are a lot of this leadership crisis and constitutional aberrations where the constitution is being manipulated. Each president or each acclaimed president changes the constitution at his own whims and caprices to suit his own interests and to suit his desires. So this has become a very serious problem that threatened the very existence of the council itself.
And I think that's the reason the IMC come in.
Yes.
And that is where you're playing your role as the chairperson.
So to solve these problems, there is need to come in. So there are a lot of petitions and counter petitions being tabled to the Minister for Youth Development, and he presented them to the Corporate Affairs Commission, who registered all corporations in Nigeria. And if you look at sections 8, sub 1, C and D of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, you see that the Registrar General is given the powers to serve as a supervisor for all registered institutions. And where there is this kind of problems, he is empowered to withdraw the certificate and set aside the trustees and put in an interim management committee that will steer the affairs of any such organization before stabilizing it and doing the necessary thing. So we are brought on board with a mandate that first and foremost, we should manage the affairs of the NYCN for a period of 1 year. Secondly, we should look at the constitution of the NYCN and see where there are lapses and loopholes, make amendments, and then conduct free, fair, and all-inclusive elections.
From the moment you were called the chairman of the interim committee, definitely there are people that might see it as something necessary, and others might see it as you interfering in the affairs of the organization, of the council exactly. How do you handle those particular critics?
So far, we have received a whole lot of goodwills from various, at various levels, various organizations, both private and public. Factually, I have not received any condemnation so far.
That's good.
I have not received any condemnation. I have been receiving words of advice, guidance from senior stakeholders in the council. And based on this, we are very, very much optimistic that even though we may not say everybody will like the decision, but so far, it has been accepted as a welcome development.
NYCN is very good with controversy when it comes to elections. As the chairman of the interim committee, what are you trying to do differently to see that, like, maybe if you're to come up with any election, what are the concrete mechanism you think you can put in place for a free, fair, and transparent process?
You see, elections naturally come with their problems.
Sure.
But with proper arrangements, being fair and giving each and every aspirant a level playing ground, I'm very sure we will succeed in giving up free, fair elections. So on our part, this is just like less than 2 weeks after our inauguration, but we have kick-started. We have an election preparation committee on ground. We will inaugurate them very soon so that they will look at what is obtainable, what is the problem on ground, and then how do we achieve a free, fair election for the NYCN. Taking cue from other national bodies like Ghana and other countries, we'll take cue from them and see how we'll conduct free and fair elections for the NYCN.
The major reason for the problem was someone altering the constitution of the council.
Yes.
Like, is there anything done to agree to their earlier suggestion? I know it wasn't suggestion, but let's look at it as a suggestion of increasing the age limit from 35 to 40, or is not something that will be considered?
You see, it is something that we consult.
Sure.
We'll have to do a lot wide of consultations. If it will serve the best interest of Nigerian youth, we go for it.
If it won't,
then we'll have to look for a better alternative.
The Nigerian youth will be seeing it as like 35 is very limited, because so many of the youths will not even be starting to understand what exactly are they going to put on the table, or what exactly are they going to contribute until at their early or mid 30s. If it's limited to 35, there are so many people that will feel they are sidelined, or they won't even get the chance to participate in this particular process.
Left for my mind, anyway, this is my personal feeling.
Yeah.
I don't think that is
an excuse.
Yes, it is not. Because if you look at it, we have leaders at 21, 27. We have seen great leaders. There was a difference between 35 and 40.
Five
Yes.
is a big number.
It's a big number, but if what a 40-year-old man will do, a 35-year-old person can also do.
Sure.
They are still within the same bracket. So it all depends on the mindset. It depends on the preparedness of the person in issue, not the age. To me, age does not matter.
There are reports of like internal crisis, or let me say internal resistance from some former council executives who are like feeling sidelined.
Okay.
Like, is there any way that IMC can look into it and bring them on board so that they will feel, okay, this is not a biased committee. We are trying to bring everyone on board.
You see, naturally, people will grumble.
Sure.
Naturally, somebody will feel, oh, they are doing with this one, they're not doing with me. But at the level of the IMC, we have no friend, we have no enemy. Each and everyone is our friend. And we are not after who you are, but we're after what you will offer. Our interest is, let's get it right this time around. Let's make the NYCN great again. So whoever has something to offer, please, our doors are absolutely open. Somebody chatted me on Facebook and make some valuable observations. I drew him. I made him part of a particular committee that we are intending to inaugurate, because from his points, I have seen that he is willing to
help. He has something to contribute.
So anybody who wishes to help, who wishes to contribute, is an open thing.
One of your major responsibilities is creating partnership, as I mentioned earlier, with ministries, not just the Ministry of Youth.
Sure.
Because at the forefront of NYCN is youth empowerment.
Sure.
And as the IMC chairman, you still have a long way to go. We're talking about like you haven't even covered 0.5 of the tenure you to hold on to. 1 year is a long term.
Sure.
But like if we look at it from the point of view of we're Nigeria, we have the largest number, the youth are the largest number.
Sure.
What are you trying to put in place like to bring forth the youth empowerment like at the forefront of this committee?
Okay, you see, as I've said earlier, we have received a lot of goodwill. We went for a particular program last week, and we met with the DG Smedan, DG Sek, the director of